Hi everyone, welcome to Pearl's Kitchen. Today let's try and remove sadness from others' lives. Amen. Today I'm going to show you how to make pork vindaloo, and this is the Anglo-Indian version, and for this dish we'll need is in the pot I've got 1 ladle spoon of oil, and I've got a kilo of pork, belly pork. You can use any cut. And here I've got 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. I've got 3 cinnamon sticks, around 8 cloves. I've got 2 black cardamom. I've got around a teaspoon of peppercorns, around 20 peppercorns in there. And I've got 2 bay leaves. Here I've got 2 large onions chopped. And for the masalas we'll need is 1 teaspoon of turmeric, that's Haldi, 1 teaspoon of cumin, that's Jeera powder, 1 teaspoon of mustard powder, that's rye. I've got 1 tablespoon of coriander, and I've got a heaped tablespoon of red chili powder. You can put less if you want. I like it nice and spicy, and it's very essential for this dish. We need is vinegar. So we've got 1/4 cup of vinegar. That's around 1 ladle spoonful, and we'll also need some water. Okay, to start this, as soon as the oil gets hot, which mine is, you put the onions first. And give the onions a bit of a stir, and then you put all the dry garam masala. Now this I popped open, and you just put that in there, and now keep stirring it every now and then, and now you wait for the onions to get nice and brown. You can see now the onions are getting nice and brown. That's how we need it. And as soon as you see the onions are getting brown, you can add the ginger garlic. Of the ginger garlic to it. Now this ginger garlic is equivalent to a full pod of garlic and around 2.5 inches of ginger. So you can put some water. And stir that a bit. And now you can add all the masalas to it. Put another drop of water. And now this dish comes very delicious when you put the meat along with the raw masala rather than bunjoing the masala first. We put the meat along with so put all the belly pork in there. And then we'll need salt to your taste. Say around a teaspoon of salt. And then you put the vinegar as well. So now, every now and then, keep stirring it. The pork will release its own juices. And let it fry, let all the masalas and pork fry together for at least 20 minutes. You don't need to add any water at this time. You see I'm still frying the meat in the masalas. It's only had 10 minutes yet, and you can see the pork's released all its juices and it's still frying in its own juice. So we've got another 10 minutes, and this is being frying on a medium flame. So keep going, now and then keep stirring it. Okay, my pork's been frying for the last 20 minutes, and you can see all the water's dried up now, and the masala's nice and cooked, so you can't smell the masalas raw anymore because it's fried now, and that's how it should look like. Smells absolutely delicious. So now we can add the water now to make some gravy. So the gravy depends on the thickness you want. I've got a steel glass of water, I'm going to put that whole glass, and then you give it a stir, because I like it not runny, but then the meat still needs to cook. So I'll put say around 2 mugs of, or 1.5 mugs of water. You can easily add some more later, and put the flame right down now and wait for it to come to a boil. And as soon as it's starting to boil, you put the flame down, and then you can put the lid on. Put the lid on and put the flame down, and now let it simmer away till the pork is nice and tender. Okay, now my meat is nice and tender, and it took me exactly 15 minutes. So that's how it should look like. Give it a stir. Gravy is nice and thick. When it cools down, it will get even thicker. You can add water or cook it some more if you want less water. So we're going to put the gas off, and now let this rest for at least half an hour before we serve it. Okay, now it's had a nice half an hour rest, and now we can dish it up. That's the pork vindaloo served, and that's how it should look like, this amount of gravy. And this can be eaten with any kind of rice or any kind of naan or bread or even parathas. It's really, really delicious. Try it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I would like you to share my link to your friends and family so that they can also subscribe. So for now, you go and enjoy this lovely pork vindaloo, and I shall see you again next time with some more delicious cooking.